You're live. Hello there, guys, and welcome to this 6-day late birthday celebration live stream. Last Thursday, most specifically, was my 36th birthday, but I had a £50 gift card that day, and I ended up spending all that evening spending that. And so then got like a week later. Well, my birthday would have been a week ago tomorrow, but so it's a belated birthday hangout. So we're here to have a little bit of fun. What's this? Hi Mong, that needs to be deleted. And I have this with me here. Thatcher's Rosé cider. I actually had a couple of these last week. Pretty good stuff. What's all these comments here? He's admin of Alex Trinder, who actually admin moderator to sort out the cool video, bro. Okay. 2 views. I think all these people here are the same people with different usernames, which is get a lot of that on my channel now. And I think I may know who they all are. So yes, I spent I've had a £50 Amazon gift card from my sister, which I went onto Amazon that night, and I added a lot of things to my Amazon shopping list. I had to remove 2 items which I didn't have enough money for, and ended up just buying 2 things. One of them being the Clean Up the Town Remembering Ghostbusters documentary, which is a pre-order. It's a pre-order I've made, and that's not coming until I think the 23rd of June, which is the end of the month. So I've still got a week for that to come. One pretty cool item I did have come was the Ghostbusters art book by Titan Books. So I'm going to just go and quickly grab that so I can show you guys, and then I'll be back in a second. Quite a hefty book this is, and plus that's not just my only birthday presents, the DVD, the Blu-ray, and this big book. I may have said countless times before that my £800 has been all paid off now. I just got to wait for the build of my proton pack to be completed before I can actually receive it, and that's going to be so I look very forward to doing that. But here is one of my sort of birthday presents I had back last week. Were on Amazon on my birthday evening. I actually received it on that Saturday, so it came pretty quick. So pretty cool stuff. Let's see if I can show off quite a few. I'm going to do a separate video of this book, because I can't show every single thing on a chat video, because for one thing, my arm would get dead, because it's leaning on my arm, partly on my desk and on my arm as well. So that'd be so got some pretty cool interior. There's some New York stuff, Statue of Liberty. Let's see, we got some like New York landscapes as well. Let's see. What's big, huge thing? This is. It's got like a New York landscapes just there, and also you have a foreword by Jason Reitman, of course, which is the son of Ivan Reitman, who's actually the director of Ghostbusters Afterlife, which is going to be coming out now March the 7th, I think, next year. So yeah, it's been delayed a year, but there's a little, I don't know if you can see it very well, but there's a write up from Jason Reitman just there. Pretty cool stuff. I have another book that's like this. I did a video of it quite a few years ago, I think now. That was the Ghostbusters Ultimate Visual History, where it has a lot of pull-out stuff as well, and I also have a Peter Venkman business card as well in there. There's some pretty cool artwork in this one. So stick up there, and the that one next to it, which has the No Ghost logo, the Gozer Temple, Stay Puft's Arms, Slimer, 2 neutrino ones, which is of course the proton gun. There's one of the iconic pictures from when Dana gets taken by the terror dog, or Zool rather, just there. And this is my favorite one here. Let's see if you recognize this line. If you're a fan, get this. Let's say this Twinkie represents the normal amount of psychokinetic energy in the New York area. According to this morning's sample, it would be a Twinkie 35 feet long and weighing approximately 600 pounds. And of course, Ernie Hudson, as Winston Sedmore would say, that's a big Twinkie. There's a Twinkie there with what looks like New York on the top of it. Pretty cool stuff. The some of the illustrations in here is quite funny, actually, quite cartoony. Quite like this one as well. Just there. Pretty cool. Love this one as well. Again, this is quite heavy, but if I skip pages, I'm going to do like a proper flick through video, which I'll probably record tomorrow. And in between each chapter, you have quotes from the film. We're ready to believe you. Here we've got a cover what looks like a Time magazine, Man of the Year, and it says Peter Venkman. We came, we saw, we kicked its ass. Just here, just there. Pretty cool stuff. This actually cost me about £23, I think, is what I paid for it. But on the back here, it actually says $34.99. So I got it for a little bit cheaper than what it would have been originally. I would have thought. And there's Bateman just after being slimed. Yeah, an iconic picture. How Ray looks in the hotel at the beginning, with a cigarette hanging out of his mouth, like 2 goggles on his head. That is the image you see when he's seen Slimer for the very first time. And he says, "Disgusting blob." There's Eleanor Twitty, the librarian. Oh yeah, this is my favourite. This is my favourite in the entire book, actually. Just there is the Scoleri brothers from the sequel, from the courtroom scene. That is the only Ghostbusters 2 picture in this book. Everything else is from the first movie, but this is from the second one. I like this green, the trap is clean. Here's some 2 cool images of the firehouse. 2 illustrations. Of course, I went to the real one in Tribeca. No, this one looks pretty cool. Just outside the firehouse with Slimer, Stay Puft on the side with the Ghostbusters at the front, in front of Hook and Ladder 8 or Ghostbusters HQ. It's not the back page, it has a spread of Slimer. Talk about Star Wars. Why would I want to talk about Star Wars if I'm not really into Star Wars? Some cool ones here with Dina Barrett. I mean, the only Star Wars film that I did enjoy was actually Revenge of the Sith. And the only recent one I saw was The Force Awakens. That's the only one that I have on Blu-ray of the new Star Wars movies. I don't have any of the other ones that came after that. I mean, maybe one day I might get them, but I'm not a big Star Wars fan, so I'm not in no rush to get any Star Wars stuff. Because I'm mainly interested in just like Ghostbusters and horror movies. And I haven't actually bought any horror movie related stuff in a while. I would still need to sort of remedy that sometimes, start getting some more horror movies. See some of the back ones here, so pretty good. think that's maybe I can show for now. Okay, this will probably be the last one to show for now, and then I'll pop this down. And there's Gozer the Gozerian, and of course the line, "Are you a god?" from the ending of the movie. So very cool stuff, very cool book. I actually first found out about this book by the YouTube channel Ghostbusters News, by Jason on that channel, who actually did a flick through of this book, which is of course what made me want to buy it. And I think I saw his review of it a week or so before my birthday even come up, because I knew that straight after I saw the video that I wanted to get this. And I also want to get the Hasbro Kenner Real Ghostbusters re-releases of the classic Real Ghostbusters toy line. I went onto Amazon last week to try and get those ones, and they were, to my surprise, out of stock. I think before that they are in Zavvi. I think they first went to Zavvi, which is where I guess you're supposed to buy them there first. And I don't have a Zavvi account, so I don't really I've not really wanted to go on there because it's all about making an account and stuff like that. So I always rely on Amazon. Cheers, Alex, for taking out all the bad comments here, mate. Are you okay, by the way? Seem pretty busy. A contest at 200 subs. No. That's the answer. I have nothing that I give away or want to give away. I mean, right now. Like maybe one day if I thought of a pretty good prize and I had one in hand. But other than that, there's not very likely right now that I'll be doing a contest. I mean, 200 subscribers sounds pretty cool, and I could do a special video if I get to that milestone. But it's I'm not really sure about doing a contest. I've done some in the past, which I thought were pretty good, but maybe the prizes were okay, I think, at the time. Good, mate. Have you watched the Hostel series yet? I've been meaning to make this week, but I haven't had the chance yet. Maybe I might be able to do that tomorrow and see the first one. What is it tomorrow? Thursday. Yes, I can watch the first one tomorrow. And well, I usually go to bed a bit early on a Friday, so I think I'll watch the second one maybe next week sometime. But I think I'll watch the first one tomorrow. There's nothing else going on, so yeah, it's a pretty good reason to watch Hostel, and I'm looking forward to watching those films. And once I've seen the second one, I think I'm going to have to get the third one. How many are there? Is there more than 3, or is it 3 in total? You should give away slashers for 200 subs. Contest. That movie is pretty cheap because I think I got Eugene his copy on Amazon. Yeah, because I sent him a. It said you couldn't get it in the US, and it was a region 3 one that was on Amazon, and I think it was quite cheap on Amazon. But Slash would be a good thing to contest, but I have to wait and see. But that would be a good prize, I would have thought, if people would think that's a good prize to have. You should give away Slashers for 200 subs contest. I'll subscribe to you, James. I'll get to you there. Don't worry. What? Dr. Eatman. I'll get you there, James. That's because you have so many accounts and you create more. Same person. Just 3. No, 3, okay. 3 Hostel movies. So that's the third one I will have to get. I see it in Poundland a lot. If you mean Slashers, my sister got me my copy of Slashers in Poundland. I think I had it either a couple of birthdays or a couple of Christmases ago. And it's a very good movie. Very silly, but very enjoyable. I still would like to see actually a Slashers 2. Starring me and you. 5 views. 1 like. That's cool. Slashers 2 would be awesome. Yes, it would. Set in a fun house. Yeah. See there, James. I wish you all the best, and I hope you realise I mean no harm. You seem like a good guy. Same guy again. Might put a civil or tag with dog friend. Fun house with slashers. It's actually been a while since I've seen that movie. I'm trying to think if any of them still survived in film by the end of the movie. Did you do anything special on your birthday? I know lockdown has been a bit crap. Lockdown has been not very good here at all because me and my mum, we're in isolation and we are vulnerable. The only time I actually went out, I went out last Wednesday for the first time in about 13 weeks. That was only to take a walk up to our clinic to go pop to see the doctor. And then, so that was like a 1 mile walk up there. I walked with my sister and my niece, but I was like 2 meters apart from them. And of course, trying to stay away from being careful with other people while walking up there. But there was 1 mile there, 1 mile back. Excuse me. So that was okay. That was the first time I've been out in a while. But yeah, so I had to have an injection that day. So I went a few weeks without it already, and I was due for it, so I had to have it. So I had to walk up to the clinic and get it done there, and then walk back home. So I was very careful that day. And the next day, which was my birthday, so last Thursday, didn't do that much. Spent all day at home basically. All that did happen was my sister and my 2 nieces came to our house. Actually, came to our drive, and they parked the car in their drive, and they sat in their boot of their car because they got like a big car. So they sat in their boot. Me and my mum was actually in our porch, so we like a couple of meters apart, and we had some birthday cake just there. And my nieces made a chocolate cake for me. My eldest niece, she made a chocolate cake for me, and she also made a vanilla milkshake, which was quite nice. And yeah, it was enjoyable. But that was the only thing nice that I could possibly do that day. And other than that, I was sat here, and then we had KFC in the evening, or Miss Miller's for we have a birthday tea because we couldn't, or evening meal as we couldn't really go out out for anything. So I know that last year I went off to a place called the Willy Wicket. Alex knows about that place. Went there I think last year, or I think it was but I went there last year. This year was the birthday at home installation. What's this? Sorry to hear that, man. I work in a bank, so I've been going out every day. Stay safe, brother. I've got another edit coming out on the main Extra Reach channel. Okay. I decided to make parts 5 to my new space variety series. Have you seen it? I've not seen it. I didn't seem to watch anything on that channel. And to be absolutely honest, I don't watch any of them on that channel because there are videos that have videos taken off of my channel, and that is the reason why I would never watch any of those videos. I have in the past tried to report that channel, and of course many accounts are created, so it doesn't really make it very easy to get rid of that channel whatsoever. Maybe I can put user in yeah. Beef. I like a piece of beef. Beef is some of my favourite meat on roast dinners. Beef, lamb. Hidden. Thanks, Alex. Mentioning the extra reach. That's the one, the channel user I have a problem with. I believe you to be that person on all the multiple accounts. So that's why I hide. And of course, if you don't know, it's not just me doing the hiding. I have a friend on here that's also a moderator, and who's a supporter and a friend of me, a friend of mine. And I made him a moderator so he can help out in the side chat there. And I'm very appreciative of him for doing this stuff for me on here. So thank you for that. Swamp Stalker. Where do all these usernames come from? Let's see what these all are. Tourette's Monkey. Swamp Stalker Beast from the Bushes. Bloody massive ape. Dr. Ape Man. It's all similar names, which makes me think they're all the same person. Okay. In the line. Have you seen any of the French extremity films? French extremity films. Simon, I don't know what they are. What are those ones? Martyrs, high tension, etc. Martyrs. I'm pronouncing that right. I think it may have been on the horror channel. I think I may have seen that. Trouble every day. Biggest fan. Okay, French extremity. New French extremity. Martial horror. Okay, Martyrs, Front movies, French extremity. Okay, it's different types of films. Martyrs, Frontier, Revenge, War, High Tension, Inside, Trouble Every Day, Them, Criminal Lovers, Mutants, Horde in My Skin, The Pack. They all sound pretty good. Is it like a series of films from a company? Is it French Extremity as a company, or not too dissimilar to Hostel? Its terms of gore. Okay. I've been trying to get back into horror films lately. Some really demented stuff out there, look. I don't think I've seen any of the demented stuff. Actually, I know the horror channel's showing. I think you may have got it on Blu-ray or DVD. I can't remember if you ever showed it, but Wolf Cop 2 has been on the horror channel quite a bit recently. I think I still need to get that one picked up because I still only have the first one, and I really enjoyed the first one, so I will have to get the second one at some point. African horror. African horror. I'm not really too into like other language movies. Subtitles. I'm not really a fan of subtitles. The only movie I ever watched really with subtitles was the original 1922 classic Nosferatu. Any you recommend? If we eat from the wilderness. It's like the Thriller Michael Jackson music video. Love that song. Love that music video. A giallo film. Giallo film. Or gialli. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's a giallo. That'd be Demons and Demons 2. Pardon me. Yeah. Argentine, Argent, Argentine, Argento Fulci, Martino Bava. I think Bava did a movie I got called Dinner with a Vampire. Was that Lamberto Bava? Where's Bava? Okay. Lamberto was the son. Okay. You know a lot more about them than me. I think I only have a couple of those movies. I've heard of them, but I've not really seen many of them. Ewan, Bavan Blood, Ewan, Bavan Blood. No, I'm not sure what I'd do with that one. No, not sure I'm familiar with that one. Bavan Blood. Let me have a read up. Bordello of Blood. Yeah, that's the one I got. I've only recently found out about this one. It's more of a cider with what is it here? Is a sparkling Somerset cider with sweet red dessert apples such as crisp pink, Fuji, and Gala. Because the only main Thatcher's drinks I like is Thatcher's Haze. Yeah, Bordello of Blood. I got the large hard box of that one. Bordello of Blood, and I think the sequel to that, which is not really a sequel in story wise, but in that film they have like a type of key that continues. The key that's in Bordello of Blood also appears in the movie Demon Knight. Of course, Bordello of Blood is a Tales from the Crypt movie, and I also like Tales from the Crypt TV series, although I only still own season 6 of that show. I must try and get some more of those ones in the future. I think there's only 7 seasons altogether. I've also been starting to get the Masters of Horror series as well. They're good. And one of my favourite films in season 2 of that is the one called The V Word, which is set in a funeral home, and these kids go to break in, and because I think either one of the kids' brothers or something works there, so they're going to try to find him, and definitely find that he's dead. And we learn that there's a vampire in the upstairs of the building, and the funny thing about this episode is that he has no fangs, and it's what's he played by Michael Ironside. He was in a Tales of the Crypt episode, and he was also in a horror called Extraterrestrial. Search it. No, your next film should be Tetsuo Iron Man. Let's search this. It's a black and white movie. A metal fetishist Shinya driven mad by the maggots in the wound is made bar to embrace metal into his flesh. Runs into a night. Huh. Initial release 1st of July 1989. That's 5 years old then. Have you seen that one, Alex? Solid Metal Nightmares. I see. Okay. Same film, English title. Like watching a real nightmare. Do you have many nightmares, Alex? I'm not sure I do. Honestly, I don't even remember if I remember any of my dreams. Only if you. No Nightmares on Elm Street then. Jimmy J. Kruger. 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 I don't know that name. I'll be called Kruger. Kruger. So, actually, I have a vlog planned. I've got it written up here. See what it's called. It's just called a James Vlogs episode 138 channel update. Do I know I called it channel update for? Oh no. Sorry. You don't want to call it channel update for? Because I don't want to do a video showing off the book here. There's some other bits I want to talk about, but I don't know how to sort of title it. Have you seen the latest Child Play film? No. Is it worth it? Should I? It's on Netflix, so okay. Reviews. Maybe if I see it cheap one day on Amazon or something, I might pick it up. Cool. Been on here for an hour. Going on an hour live stream. What time is this? It's 11:22. I'll have to be off maybe by 11:30. So just over 10 minutes. Well, nearly 5 minutes. But been pretty cool. So, but thank you, Alex, for moderating this session and removing stuff. It's been I'm really appreciative for that. So I don't know when the next one will be, because the last one was the quarantine live stream. The one before that was, I can't remember what that one was called actually. But I actually wants to do some more main camcorder videos now, so I'm gonna work on those ones before the live stream. So we shall see what comes up next on the channel. But I have been writing quite a bit for a fan film. Of course, that's going to be coming in future. And I'm not sure if I should be able to give what's in my story away unless you want to hear a bit about it. Save it, mate. Okay, I'll save it. I've got to get some of the effects sorted out as well. There's actually some like friends online that actually do the proton stream effect, because the pack that I'm getting only has the lights and sounds. Of course, it doesn't fire an actual stream. Be a bit scary. It'd destroy an entire room. But no, it's not going to do that. But the effect would be good if I could have that added to it digitally. And the story is quite good as well. Still in here, kind of mixed up a bit. I want to sort of write it down on a document and try and see how it will be easy to film, because I think there's going to be sort of multiple camera angles as well. Because let's see, what can I say? It's mainly about Vigo the Carpathian, and I've got 2 posters of him in my house. One on my bedroom door, which is only a small poster, and you can only see one poster over this side. But next to it, just over here, is a bigger poster of the Carpathian for the sequel. So my fan film is based around him. It is called Prince Vigo's Revenge. Of course, it happens after the events of Ghostbusters 2 and of what happened to him at the end of that movie. So after the events of that, and all these years later, except he's coming through the poster, not the canvas that was in that film, but my poster, and through that into my house and in the UK. So it should be kind of interesting. I also found on the internet a like a picture where he's not in it, so I can sort of, there'll be one scene that he's going to be vanished and somewhere around in my house. Like just got like a blank poster just with the actual character taken out of it. So that's going to be quite a good thing to do. There's a few tutorials online on how to create certain visual effects. Cough, cough, laser beam. I think you may have to pay for good editing software and practice with effects. I'll have to look into it, because it would be good if I could do that kind of effect myself. I'll have to look into it sometime. Cough, cough laser effect. What's that one? I'll have to see what that is. She can't share. Share screens anymore on here. Like when it was a Google Hangout, you used to be able to share your screen. Tell you what I'll do, I'll take a screen cap of my screen and I'll send it to you on Facebook, and you can see exactly what I'm seeing. It looks a little bit like a Google Hangout from, the host's host site. Let's see. So Alex, fix this. Paste. So that is what I see on my screen when I'm doing the stream. So it's kind of like how Google Hangouts used to be. So that's pretty cool. It is 11:32 now, so I think I'm going to have to be on my way for the night. As always, Alex, thank you for coming by and moderating the chat. It's a pleasure to have you on here and talk to you, mate. So OBS. Yeah, I think I'll have to use OBS at some point. I've got it on my computer, so I'll see. I have to see. Play about with it a bit. But I'm gonna have to be on my way. But Alex, thanks for joining me again, buddy. And until my next one and my next video, goodbye and take care, guys. And thanks again, Alex. Night, mate.